Hello, beautiful people. I am Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you, the beautiful viewer. And I generally do pick a cards, but today we will just be doing a general reading to see what's coming up for the collective. And for those of you guys who clicked on the title of this video, you're most likely drawn to it for a reason. So this is a collective reading, so not everything will resonate 100%. Just take the messages that resonate, and there are messages that might fall into the subconscious that Spirit is intending for it to sit with you in order for there to be an awareness. Okay, so I don't know what we're going to see, but you'll know by the title of this video what the general gist of this reading is, but we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise here for the beautiful collective who's clicked on this video. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you are drawn to this video, the message was meant to find you. We'll ask Spirit to be clear and concise, and thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I'm so blessed and so grateful. I'm open for private readings. Private readings are 48 hours, 72 hours, depending on the queue. And you can book that through my website. All right, Spirit, what do we have here for the collective? What message do we have? We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Tower. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. Of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. We have the Sun in reverse. And we have the Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck energy. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So we'll get the signs out of the way. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, some Leo energy, and then some Earth energy with Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and that is the bulk of the energy. Now, you don't have to be that specific sun sign, could just be heavy in your birth chart or the energy around you. So I'm feeling from this reading, guys, that there is something that is taking place right now that is karmically in play. So it is in play in order to bring awareness to you in regards to what emotionally brings you happiness without you having to put in work, energy, and tangible progress. I feel like for what I'm seeing here and the energy I'm picking up, you guys have been generally the one to make shit happen, okay? Put in the time, put in the energy, show up. And I feel like what Spirit is trying to show you right now is that there's a way for you to get emotional fulfillment and bring to you what is naturally supposed to come to you. With this Six of Cups, this is like soul recognition, something from childhood that we're really meant to experience and feel like home, feel very close to. I feel like you are destined here to learn a lesson of emotional fulfillment isn't always a result of having to give more, having to show up more, having to put in more elbow work. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you might have experienced a tower moment. And I feel like this tower moment can go as far back to a year to within the last little while, this tower moment. And the tower moment is where we're collapsing any old beliefs, any sort of structure that we've built in our truth, quote unquote, but it is built around our identity / ego, something that we might have developed. And I feel like this lesson from Spirit is that there is a huge emphasis on emotional fulfillment is something that could come to you without having to work hard in planting something that is tangible or having to equate to, if I put in all of this energy, I'm going to get XYZ. Because I feel like what a lot of you guys have learned is the painful side of this experience. It's like, I've put in this energy, this time, I've planted the seed, I've been committed, I've been dedicated, and things really fell apart here, okay? And things fell apart, and there was no complete emotional fulfillment, because Spirit is saying sometimes it doesn't matter, you know, if we're completely invested in something, if divinely we're investing energy in an area that is not our true self, is not our true calling, is not where we're being guided to experience. So I feel like this Nine of Cups for everyone could mean something completely different. For emotional fulfillment, people get emotionally fulfilled in so many different ways, but for this reading specifically, I feel like there is a heavy emphasis on having a partnership with somebody else who's able to show up emotionally and offer us love in a give and take. The Knight of Cups is our knight in shining armor, offering us a cup of love. It's able to express love, give love, receive love in a positive and healthy way. And I feel like this is a long time coming, because we had to learn the lessons of putting out, and energy doesn't necessarily equate to what we're receiving on an emotional front. Now, that doesn't mean that, you know, you're just going to completely neglect the whole outer world and everything, be shut out, and then magically someone is appearing. What this means is that the lesson that you're being showed to by Spirit is that however you've been showing up, and I feel like you've been dedicated, you've been committed, you've been energetically giving, you've been trying to go after and plant these seeds of happiness, but when it comes to love and emotional fulfillment, this is something that Spirit is saying is in the hands of the divine. So there's a delay here in you obtaining this love, you experiencing and really, experiencing this full partnership, this loving give and take, because there was a need to experience this lesson. Now, you guys might have experienced it and are aware that this is the lesson that is being learned, but I feel like what Spirit is saying is that on the back end of all of this, there's always been a desire here from you to be inspired to fulfill your true desire, what it is that you truly want for yourself. There's this spark of bringing in your happiness. There's an awareness of what it is that makes you happy. And I don't feel like a lot of you guys have had the chance to fully overflow with emotions, to give emotionally in an area, because you have been still trying to tee things up. You've been showing up in a way that hasn't been emotionally pouring in the right way that's going to be reciprocated. This is more like task orientated. What did you do, and how did you handle the situation? How did you respond? How did you react? This is more like action based, I feel, whereas what Spirit is saying is that there's a need to surrender an action and a need to embrace how we can emotionally allow ourselves to be open to love and give love. And with the Strength card under that, and it is in reverse, I feel like maybe a lot of you guys have been in the mindset now that almost like kind of like giving up, where you just feel like there's nothing here that I can do to go after what it is that I want. And this is a partnership. This is a loving connection. This is somebody who's able to experience me on an emotional level. And Spirit wants to communicate with this reading that if you're feeling this way, there's a lesson here to be learned, and Spirit is addressing and acknowledging the reason why, is that tying in the amount of energy and effort and time that we're putting in doesn't always result in that being reflected to us when it comes to our own emotions being reciprocated, our love being acknowledged, and somebody else pouring into our cup and allowing us to feel an emotion. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it might have been hard to break off accepting the fact that they're not correlated here at all times. Now, this doesn't mean like if you're in a connection, you're not giving energy, time, and effort into your partner or what have you, but I feel the lesson is being in tune with what our internal clock is saying as far as when is it right for us to invest? When does it feel right to do this action because we're coming from a place of genuine desire to act, removed from what it is that I'm going to receive emotionally from a situation? Because somebody can continuously pour into you when you have not showed up at all, and vice versa. You can continuously show up for someone who is not pouring out to you. So I feel like there's this lesson here that Spirit is emphasizing that you're kind of going through. So I feel like the energies here is a feeling of almost like a giving up, or what's it worth, or I still have desire for this, but I'm not sure what else I can do here. Okay, so let's see if we could see some more in regards to this and what Spirit wants to communicate to you guys. Beautiful collective. Thank you, Spirit, for this clear and concise message for beautiful pile number, only pile, for the collective reading here. What do we see here past this? Why are they being shown this lesson? Is there love coming in? What is this lesson for? Why are they being shown this? Thank you so much, Spirit. And bless you guys for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. All right, what do we see? The Star in reverse. Yeah, I feel like, okay, this message is probably coming through because a lot of you guys might be losing hope. Okay, you might be feeling like it's kind of hopeless. We have Justice, which is bringing balance. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. There is that putting in the energy, the time, the effort, the dedication, the elbow work. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse again. We have the 6 of Cups again. We have the Temperance right under the Justice. Beautiful balance there. And we have Judgment in reverse. We have the Empress in reverse. And one more card here, Spirit. Why is the Queen of Pentacles there? We got Chariot. And bottom of the deck energy, we have the Fool. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that for those of you guys who have recognized this lesson, you are kind of at the end point of this lesson. There is a new beginning here in moving forward, okay? And I feel like this message wanted to come up because a lot of you guys are losing hope. You might be thinking, well, what's it all worth? And Spirit is reminding you about this true, deep, genuine love. This is soul recognition, soul family, and it could be soulmates on the way. It is us being reunited with somebody from the past, and it could go as far back from past lifetimes, somebody who captured our heart, somebody who we feel a deep emotional connection with. I feel like there is this type of an energy coming in to bring a type of balance into your life, and the balance needed to be restored because you have been in the energy of that more material giving, more energy output in service, and there was this imbalance here. It was how much energy and effort do I need to put into this in order to gain what it is that I want, but whatever you're gaining wasn't equating to love, wasn't equating to cups, wasn't equating to a heart that's overflowing with emotion and love. There needs to be a balance, and I feel like Spirit is saying there's justice coming here because of the fact that where you were not healed, you have been doing this healing. You have been doing this healing in identifying and bringing in balance in this area of your life, and you might not be fully aware and accepted the fact that you are fully deserving of this love, of this soul recognition, because you might feel as though it's been a long time coming, okay? With this Knight of Pentacles, This is slow, very slow energy, but this is committed, dedicated type energy. And I feel like you've been committed to what it was that you want, but I also feel like maybe the focus was more in an area that wasn't allowing love to kind of come in and flow in a state that we were allowing ourselves to be receptive of. Okay, the Empress is this beautiful divine feminine energy and birthing something new. It's abundance and beauty and love, fertility. It's in reverse. I feel like, again, with the all hope lost, this love kind of blocked, is because there's been a heavy emphasis on you having to, I wanted to say chase, but I don't feel like you're chasing love, but I feel like where you've been investing your energy has not been resulting in love being open to being poured to you. And you're now recognizing where you're not needing to have to be the one to show up for everybody else in a way that's providing the service, the support, the commitment in how you're showing up. You're able to recognize that there's a new beginning here for you to be open to love. And now you're just balancing out, moving forward with, how do I take these lessons? How do I take what it is that I want? How do I now release the fact that I'm no longer interested in give, because what I'm pulling out of it isn't fully filling my cup. And Spirit is guiding you in this journey to allow you to experience true, genuine love, a true, genuine ingredient here that's going to be able to heal and bring the love that you deserve. Okay, so yeah, this moon talks about not seeing things clearly or seeing things in the moonlight, things in our subconscious that maybe we're not fully aware of. So this reading is emphasizing that there is balance and justice coming to you in regards to love, and Spirit wants you to open your heart. Spirit wants you to know that it's been a long journey and progress. Spirit recognizes that you've potentially given up in having to prove something or do something in order to feel worthy or in order for our love to find its way to you. You're no longer in that type of an energy, okay? But I think what energy you are in is in kind of this no man's land, where Spirit wants you to recognize this awareness that this love is coming, and this love is definitely, you're worthy of this love. And I feel like you guys might not fully believe it, or might still feel like you're not quite sure. You're needing that guidance because everything else wasn't working in that way. So it's like, well, what am I kind of left with? Well, what you're left with is opening your heart, allowing yourself to be in the energy of embracing the love that's coming towards you, and releasing any sort of area where you feel you have any control in how this is going. Okay, let's do one more layer here for you guys, beautiful collective, to see what else Spirit wants to communicate. Spirit, thank you so much for the beautiful message for the collective. What else do they need to know about this that's going to help them? Any guidance? What further do they need to know? Why are they being communicated this message? Thank you so much, spirits. We are grateful. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. We have the World in reverse. What else, Spirit? What guidance do we have? Why are they being shown this message? What more do they need to know? Knight of Swords. Ten of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles reverse and the Ace of Pentacles, and bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. Spirit wants to talk about, well, the whole flavor of this reading with this Two of Pentacles is this weighing options. There's this indecision, there's not knowing, and maybe you're driving yourself a little bit batty here with this Nine of Swords, which is anxiety in your head, mental thoughts. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to know you're coming out of this anxiety state. This is coming to an end. Tens talk about an ending and a preparing period for what's next. And when you saw the Fool, there's this what's next new energy. And I feel like you've already wrapped up what it was that you needed to learn. The tens for me is now about preparing for the new journey, what's in front of you. And I feel it's kind of interesting. Well, we have the 10 here, 10, 10, right? But, and then nines, and nines talk about an ending, coming towards an ending. So I feel like you are transitioning now in this lesson, in this karmic lesson, and we could be talking about cycles that we're experiencing here. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is that you're coming to an end of a cycle in which you're learning this karmic lesson once and for all that you're graduating from. I don't feel you're quite there, and this might be causing this anxiety because we're not quite sure what it is that we're being shown, what it is that we're being given. All we know is that we've poured in energy, we've put in dedication, we've been independent, and that was not necessarily working towards filling our cup, getting our emotional fulfillment, gratification. So I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of releasing this need for independence, this need for I'm going to be successful on my own, stand on my own. It's like I have been on my own. I've proven myself. I am definitely worthy of being successful and building this beautiful 10 of Pentacles. But how long are we going to be pouring into a situation where we're not emotionally fulfilled? We want this 10 of Cups. We want to be able to give love, receive love, and have a full emotional fulfillment with another. This is families coming together to have this full emotional fulfillment. And I feel like a lot of you guys have probably taken your foot off the pedal with this Knight of Swords. This is someone who is going into battle, who's moving forward, who is fighting a cause, who's on a mission. And I feel like a lot of you guys are like, okay, you know what? I want my emotional fulfillment with this 10 of Cups. So I know what I've been doing has not been completely fully working for me. So I'm releasing my energy to Spirit, and I understand what it is that I've learned, but I'm not quite sure what's next because we're not quite in that state yet, okay? So there's anxiety here, and Spirit is saying there is this beautiful energy of the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful emotional fulfillment, but at the same time, you can also experience this beautiful stability. 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, this is financial stability, wealth, legacy, building structure, foundation. And it is kind of the flip of what you were experiencing in the other lesson, where it was like, if I'm giving financially or emotionally in a way where I'm giving and investing, it wasn't resulting in emotional fulfillment for you or filling your cup. Where now Spirit is saying, not only are you opening yourself up to having this full emotional fulfillment with another, where it's not a one-sided experience, but you're also able to enjoy this stability with someone who is dedicated, solid, committed, and able to build this 10 of Pentacles at the same time, which is absolutely beautiful. So there needs to be a recognition that maybe your anxiety here is recognized, but maybe there's a message here from Spirit that you can release and allow Spirit to divinely intervene here. And I feel like this 3 of Wands, which talks about future, waiting for ships to come in, all the work, planning, preparation, and energy we've put into something is now coming to fruition. We're waiting for our ships to come in. This is in reverse, because I feel like what Spirit is saying is it didn't matter so much the busy work and what you were putting in. It wasn't resulting in what your future state was. This is just sometimes how life goes. Major arcana here with the Wheel of Fortune. This is something that you're destined to experience. Okay, now I believe in free will. It's not saying that whatever exactly is supposed to happen is going to happen. In the grand scheme of things, I do feel like there are certain experiences that are meant to come into our life. We're meant to learn these because we have contractually negotiated when coming into this life. Here's what we need to learn. Here's the experience. Here's the karmic lesson. And you've embraced a lesson here that you're wanting to learn. But we do always have a choice in this lifetime how we react. I feel like you've passed whatever lessons you were needing to learn in this space in order for there to be your future progress here, which I feel is still in progress. And I feel like the lesson is very clear with this in reverse. It's like it didn't matter. All the planning, the commitment, the dedication, it still didn't paint the picture of whatever future outcome you were having. It didn't matter if you had invested this Ace of Pentacles. This is the seed and grounding something in this 3D world. It is saying that there is something that is being grounded for you right now when it comes to your 10 of Pentacles and your 10 of Cups. And Spirit wants to bring this to your attention. And it is something you're destined to experience here. And with that Fool energy to go into this energy. So there maybe is no big need to really feel like you're, like you're off balance, or like you're having to balance your, the time, energy, effort that you're putting into something. You just need to be in your full Empress energy in order to receive love. There's that Tower. Yeah, it's like that Tower moment where we recognized we might have been living in a truth, on a path of trying to have an outcome, and we were trying to keep, the balls up in the air in order to have an outcome, and recognize that it didn't matter so much. The outcome was not being birthed the way that we had wanted, but this is on its way. Okay, so we'll just get a couple of oracle cards before we wrap up here. If there's anything further Spirit wants to communicate for this beautiful message for the collective in regards to their 10 of Pentacles, their 10 of Cups, what more do they need to know energetically? Is there anything you can communicate to me, Spirit, so I can communicate to the collective? We have happiness, we have disruption, and we have one more, and I'm going to pull another oracle. We have consciousness, one more oracle card. We have martyr, light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, addiction to self-pity. Okay, so this is confirming to me this learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. There is, there is this lesson in, it doesn't matter how much time, energy, and effort you are committing yourself to something to get something, and not that you're doing it to get something out of it, but you've learned that it didn't matter how much you put in there. You weren't getting an emotional fulfillment. Okay, so this is the lesson. And I feel like you've been really stuck with your 9 of Swords here, this 2 of Pentacles. In this lesson, it's caused disruption with the Tower moment in order to have you fully recognize what this happiness is, this awareness, this consciousness. It's like we can go through life in the motions and think we're fully happy or that we're fully receiving something, but Spirit was bringing to your awareness, this consciousness, this need to break out of the matrix and recognize, where is this true happiness? Where am I really feeling my 9 of Cups? Okay, in order for me to experience a 10 of Cups with somebody else, there is a 9 of Cups for you to fully feel fulfilled, emotionally satisfied, happy, conscious of what makes you happy, not where you can give and give and give and put in energy and certain effort and service and feel like you're still empty. Okay, it's not going to be reflective of what's coming in the future here. So I feel like that has been a disruption. The tower has happened. The tower means something has happened. It could be something that is fairly painful, but the good thing about the tower is that after the tower, we start to rebuild, and we are rebuilding on truth. We are rebuilding in consciousness. We are rebuilding an area that we know is true to our authentic self and bringing happiness. And this is something that is solid. This isn't something that you're having to do on your own. This is something that you're able to embrace and build upon. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to welcome this with open arms and understand this is confirmation that you have been learning this lesson and you are deserving of love. And this love isn't something that you have to work for. This is something that is meant for you. This is something that Spirit says you were born for with that Six of Cups. You are born to be loved. You're born to be recognized. You're born to have someone in your life that can give you love, that you can experience love back and forth on a genuine, pure, that's a child, pure, authentic love. Okay, it's not a love that is based on how much you can do for someone else. It's not based on anything of that. It is authentic, unconditional, pure child love. Okay, it's pure, it's gentle, it's innocent. And I feel like this is something that you are meant to experience and that you will be experiencing now that this lesson is closing out and this Fool energy is asking you to open your arms and allow yourself to embrace this lesson for you to receive love. All right, so I hope this resonated for you guys, beautiful people. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call this video yet, but I hope that you guys were able to pick something out of this. Leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe, and I love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye.